on EA Sports brings us to the banks of the Ohio River and Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. They were Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway. And this will go... NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway.
Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 13 yards remaining on 2nd down. They'll try the left side. It's Mitchell. Busts through the tackle. And he's taken down.
Back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And he'll give it here to his running back. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Mitchell. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. .21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10.
At their own 32-yard line.
The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. That's caught by the tight end, Drew Sample. And some room to roam now. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati.
I tell you, for a defender, that's got to be a scary sight, seeing a big man like this with a head of steam behind him as he makes that catch and then turns upfield.
They'll give it to Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Another try for Mixon. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. We're scoreless after 1. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. Here's Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. That's caught. C.J. Uzomah. A 7-yard touchdown grab, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. So after the sack here, 2nd and 14. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, now Garoppolo. Steps away to his left. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the 1st down. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And following that punt, which turned out as well as it possibly could have, this offense has 99 yards to go to the other end zone.
And the defense is frothing at the mouth with a chance to get points themselves. If they tackle a runner in the end zone, safety. And if there's a holding call in the end zone, that's also a safety as well. So either way you decide to go on offense, you've got to be careful.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Burrow from his own end zone. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A big play that time on the catch and run.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Here's Higgins out on the right side. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To the air again, Burrow.
Open man is Chase, complete.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He'll air this one out for Boyd.
And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play there for Cincinnati. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
Mixon trying to punch it in. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Here's a run with Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Joe Mixon
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Bengals go 98 yards and finish it off in the end zone. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And it's now 14-0.
14. 49ers nothing. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Being chased out left.
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on second down. A running play was not in the works.
And now Garoppolo lost the football, and the Bengals grab it. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's third and long, and you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him, sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did, yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And he'll take this into the end zone from NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Evan McPherson has this one teed up,
and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
Kene Nwangu now out of his end zone.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A first down throw for Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 31-yard line. Cousins again. Escaping the pressure right. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 at the 19. Cousins now. And it's caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Tyler Conklin from 19 yards away. And the Vikings have taken a first quarter lead.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10
at their own 16. Oh, he's got some breathing room. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs. And that one certainly fell into the latter category. That deserves a couple exclamation points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they take the lead here at 7-6.
Viking 6. Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Tackle made by Jesse Bates. Brings up third down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
Touchdown! Adam Thielen. 61 yards. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his second extra point here in the first half. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From midfield now, Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now Burrow on 1st down. To Mixon on the check down. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
Mixon with a 1st down and more. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
On the run, it's Mixon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
108 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Cincinnati.
On 2.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Mixon will try the right side. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. Now it's Burrow. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 2nd down. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. For whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
The Cook getting the call there on 1st down as he works his way forward for a nice gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
.157 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Running for it, here's Cook. And this will be a Vikings first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. To throw is Cousins. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
On play action, Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Cousins on first down. Open man here is Conklin. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30. Now Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a first down. Well done. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
We'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They go play action with Burrow. Airing one out for Boyd. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the Vikings are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes this all the way inside the Cincy 20. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. From the red zone now, Cousins.
Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked up by the former Viking first-rounder Trey Waynes. And the Bengals are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Burrow will throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now they go play action now. Burrow.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Mixon on the toss right. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
Joe Mixon.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown.
Well, he was already over 100 yards running the football prior to this play, but this run may be his best yet.
I've got to agree with you on that one. We're looking at a guy running with extreme confidence, running in harmony and sync with his blockers. All of them kind of moving as one. And look at the end result. Big plays.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. And that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. KJ Osborne, 75 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air.
Joseph now to have the PAT. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good.
Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Burrow on play action.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. After the sack on first down, Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Burrow looking to pass. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
And they nearly get this all the way to mid. Field, mark him down at the 49.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Bengals. That's the end of the third quarter. The score, Vikings 32, Bengals 15.
Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. Open man is Chase, complete.
Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? You know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Now it's Burrow. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
They'll run with Mixon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds.
160 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Here's a give to Mixon. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. And they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right read.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is trimmed down to 10.
Vikings 32, Bengals 22.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Here's a throw, right side, taken in by his tight end.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football,
and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Cousins.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown!
KJ Osborne
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Vikings use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead.
Extra point safely through. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes you can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
They will throw on first down with Burrow, sliding out of the pocket. And he slings one that's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Burrow.
Got a man open. It's Chase.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now Burrow on first down. That is caught. It's Uzomah. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. C.J. Uzomah, 30 yards. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as they'll decide to go for 2. Burrow Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing here, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit, because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
They'll run for it. Cook. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.